Hello and welcome to another reset video, or welcome if you're new. For this video, we're going to go over our March reset, which is going to start with our February goals, what we were able to do, what we weren't able to do, and what we're going to change for March. Then we're going to go over our highlights and lowlights, I guess, from February. And then we're going to go over our budget for February and then what's going to be changing for our budget for March. So let's just jump into it. So let's go over our yearly goals and how they went for February. So February is the month with the heart in it because Valentine's Day. So for the first goal, which is a financial goal, save $500 to $1,500 a month. This month I was able to set aside $1,000. So I was very happy with that. So we can check that one off. Also for financial, we have stick to monthly budget. I was a little bit better with my budget this month than I have been, like past month, I guess would have been in January. So I definitely stuck to it a little bit better this month, and I'm going to consider it a win. In terms of personal, we have read 2 to 3 books a month, 30 total for the year, and I managed to read 2 this month. Then another one for personal, we have use phone/tech less, especially before bed, and I did manage to do that. I was putting my phone away by a certain time, and there were some nights where I definitely just scrolled on TikTok before bed. There's nothing wrong with that, but we did use it less, and we actually read more in bed. Work out consistently 1 to 3 times a week. I did not work out, but I did the same thing for January. I did move my body more, and I'm going to consider that a win. In March, my goal is to really set up like a workout routine, and we will definitely do that. Also for health and fitness, we have cook more meals, order out less. I did cook more, so I'm going to consider that a win. And I think I was slightly under my budget for food and delivery for the month, so that's definitely a win. Try out a new recipe a month. I did try out a new recipe. It did not work out. I tried like a lower calorie Alfredo thing, and I tried doing it from memory because it was one that I did a very long time ago. I was missing an ingredient. So we're definitely going to try it again, but it was still pretty good, and it was definitely a new recipe because I kind of made it up. So because it did not work from memory very well. And then for content creation, we have upload to vlog channel 2 to 3 times a month, and I did manage to upload 3 videos this month to this channel, so be sure to check those out if you haven't already. And then finally, for content creation and my final goal, upload 1 long form video to gaming channel a month. And I did manage to do that. I did it at the very end of the month, but that totally counts. Overall, did pretty well with the goals. I definitely want to tweak some a little bit more. For the cook more, order out less. Something I was also thinking about doing is trying to use my Instant Pot and my slow cooker a lot more. I definitely ordered a little bit more this week than I have been, because I just really didn't feel like cooking anything because I was just so mentally exhausted after work that I just didn't want to do anything. So I did order out, but I did try and order at least like more healthy meals. So I really want to try freezer prepping a lot more. So freezing meals that can just be dumped into a slow cooker or the Instant Pot. So that's something I really want to try for March. Now let's go over our February recap. I zoomed out just a little bit. So for February, these are all the shows that I watched. These were shows that I was already watching, or I watched like the whole season. So like Emerald City only has 1 season, so I watched the entire season in February. Yellow Jackets has 3 seasons, and I watched season 1 specifically in February. The High Potential season finale happened in February. That is an amazing show. Lone Star, 911 Lone Star had its series finale. That was really good. Dexter Original Sin had its season finale. I started watching Flashpoint this month, and I've been really enjoying that as well. So those are some of the shows. For movies, I feel like did I forget a movie? So for movies, I watched 3, but I kind of worry that I forgot one. So I watched Book Club, Fallen, and Sonic the Hedgehog 3. Out of all of these, honestly, I think I like Sonic the Hedgehog 3 the most, but they were all really good. Fallen is based off of a book, and it made me want to reread the first book and get back into the series because the movie was okay, but definitely could have been better. For books, I ended up reading The Hobbit and The Wizard of Oz. I have read The Wizard of Oz before, but it's been a very long time, so I did the audiobook for both of those, and I really enjoyed it. There were other books that I was reading, but I didn't finish them, so that's why they're not on the list. For high points and low points, I really didn't write too much for either of these because there really wasn't anything else to say. For high points, I put accepted in the YouTube vertical live streaming bootcamp. I was invited to apply for a YouTube vertical live streaming bootcamp via my gaming channel, youtube.com/VeroIcon if you want to check it out, link down below. And I ended up getting accepted, and that started officially in February. And it's been a lot of fun. I've been streaming on YouTube since December, so it was kind of cool to get these like tips and tricks, especially from someone at YouTube. So it's been so much fun. For low points, unfortunately, my dog Piper had another seizure. She had one on Valentine's Day, actually. She keeps hitting these holidays because the last one she had in January, or one of the ones she had in January, was on New Year's Day. So, but she's thankfully fine. You know, we're kind of just keeping an eye and monitoring her. So that's it for the February recap. Let's go ahead and look at our budget. All right, here is what February is looking like. I did remove how much I made from my paychecks as well as Twitch and YouTube. I don't even think I got a payout from YouTube this month anyway, because it just, I don't know, I feel like I'm bragging or something about my paycheck. I don't know, it just makes me uncomfortable to have it listed, so I just don't have it listed. You want to say hi? We also now have a puppy in here. So let's go start with our bills and fixed expenses, and then we'll go over our variable expenses. So my rent for the month of February was $1822.08, which is about average. For those that don't know, I live in North Florida and I currently rent a house with my dog. She unfortunately does not contribute to the bills, but that's okay. My cell phone bill this month was only $106.87, so that was a little bit under what I budgeted, which is always nice. The Wi-Fi is $15. I pay more than that, but work is amazing and they pay towards my Wi-Fi bill, so that's why out of pocket I only pay $15. My dog Piper that you just saw a few seconds ago has dog insurance, and I pay $59.46 for that a month, and it has been an amazing investment. For lawn care, I pay somebody to mow my lawn and do all the yard care stuff. One, because I'm allergic, and two, I'm lazy and I just don't want to do it, so I happily pay somebody. Since it's been cold, they haven't been here in a couple months, so they only had to mow once this month, and that was a total of $45. And then for car insurance, I pay $75.76 for car insurance. And then for subscriptions, it was $192.25, which I definitely want to cut down on some subscriptions, especially since Netflix, I think, went up again. I got like an alert from Rocket Money that it went up $4. So I definitely want to go through my subscriptions and see what I can cancel and what, you know, I don't need right now if there's nothing that I'm really watching on those. Now let's go over our variable expenses. So these, I definitely went over some of them. So for utilities, I budgeted $130 and it was only $111. I haven't really been having to run the heat or the air too much, but I did have to run it sometimes. So that's unfortunate. For groceries, I budgeted $450 and I ended up spending $569.02. I did also have to buy things like toilet paper, paper towels, and trash bags. And then I also got stuff for Piper that I didn't take out of the budget for her. So keep that in mind. I also ended up ordering Instacart, like groceries through Instacart twice in February because Piper did have a seizure on Valentine's Day and I didn't want to leave her by herself at home. So I did have to pay a little bit more in groceries because of that, but worth it in my opinion. For the month of March, I definitely would be better about using things that I already have and trying to cook with what I have and not letting things go to waste, because I definitely waste way more food than I should. For takeout and delivery, I decided to be more generous with myself than I was last month, and I budgeted $175 and I ended up spending $195.81, which is not bad. It's way less than it was last month and I'm happy with that. I'll take it. For shopping, that's kind of just like anything outside of what is a category, just like anything that I buy that isn't for the house or isn't makeup or anything. And that actually, I budgeted $150 and only spent $90.99. So that's not bad. For coffee, I budgeted $15 and I spent $0. I did buy coffee. I took Piper to a local coffee shop to get her pup cup and me some coffee. And I used cash, so it didn't come out of my budget. For makeup, I budgeted $65 and I spent $133.98. I did buy a little bit more for makeup than I normally do, because some of the stuff that I use often is on sale, and there was some stuff that I wanted to get that I wanted to try out. So for home and office, I budgeted $75 and I spent $205.18. I have not looked at that total yet. I bought a bunch of different stuff for the office and some stuff for the house. So that's why I was a little bit over, and that's okay. For Piper, I budgeted $175 and I spent $183.52. She did go to daycare, I think, once this month, and I had to purchase her some heartworm medicine, which I don't normally have to do every month, and I bought her a 3-month supply of that, so that's why. For content creation, I budgeted $50 and I spent $370.11, and that's because I bought a new camera, which I'll go more into in a second. For gas, I budgeted $45, but since I work from home, I don't really have to drive too much, and I spent $0 on gas. For gaming, I budgeted $75 and I spent $61.07, which I'll show you what games I bought here in a second. And then for entertainment, I budgeted $75. So that could be if I buy like a movie on Amazon Prime or just anything like that, or if I buy an actual physical DVD, and I didn't buy anything. So we were under for that. Overall, the budget was $14.80 and I ended up spending $19.21, which honestly, I'm not mad about that. It's not terrible. For savings and sinking funds, I'm currently saving for my first house and I'm hoping to buy a house by the end of the month. I was hoping to save at least $700 and I ended up saving $1,000. So good job me. And then for investments, I have a 401k and an HSA. They automatically come out of my paycheck, but I still like to track how much is going. And I put $631.58 in my 401k and $219.12 in my HSA account. And I'm very happy with both of those numbers. I do want to invest outside of the 401k and the HSA. And I do want to increase my contribution to my 401k, but I'll probably do that after I buy a house. Let's look at some of the stuff we bought. Oh yeah, this is why Piper's was high. She has a fee collar, an FI collar. It has like a GPS tracker and stuff in it. And I forgot there was a 6-month sub renewed, which was $106. 100% worth it though. But yeah, I bought some like cosplay stuff and bought an eye patch for the cosplay. Definitely got DoorDash and Uber Eats a couple times. Oh yeah, I had a really bad migraine, I think, on that day, the 6th. So that's why I got that. I had to pay $10 in taxes. So I took that out of home and office because I don't really know where else to take that out. I had to renew my domain. I bought a Lonnie New, which normally I wouldn't buy a big thing, like a 12-pack of energy drinks, but I did. I got a new camera. I got the Insta360 Go 3S or something like that. I forget the exact name of it, but I used it, not in my last vlog, but the one before that one, which was really cool. I bought a new Stanley Cup. Did I need a new Stanley Cup? No. I got the warranty, got makeup and skincare. Let's see what recent stuff. I bought the Rise of the Tomb Raider for the PS4 because I never played that or finished it, I guess. So I wanted to get it. Got some drawer organizers, a vase spoon, spent some Ulta stuff. I bought the Tarte palette, the Aspen Ovard, I think is her name, palette. I thought it was a really cute palette and I wanted to try it. I accidentally bought two $20 things on Steam for $40 in total. I did not mean to do that. 2 of them went through on accident. So that's fine. We just spent it on Apex Legends. Got a book light. Bought some stuff from Hot Topic, some like cute PJ pants and stuff. So nothing like too wild this month, but you know, I definitely want to eat out a little bit less next month. So now let's see if there's any adjustments that we want to make for our March budget. I already paid rent, which is why it's already listed here because I paid it today. But I'm counting it towards the March budget because it's for March rent, if that makes sense. So spoiler on that one, I guess. For utilities, I can leave that at the same. Groceries, I think I want to try and decrease that to $435. Let's do $435. Takeout on delivery, I'm going to lower to $100. I'm going to try to keep it at $100. Shopping, we'll keep at $150. Coffee we'll keep there. Makeup we'll keep there. Piper shouldn't have to be as month as it was a previous month. I'm going to put it down to $100. I am going to take her to daycare at least once or twice in the month of March because it's going to start getting really warm and it's going to be harder for her to go to daycare. It'll be too hot. Content creation will keep at 50, gas will keep at 45, gaming, everything will keep there. For the budget for savings, let's try and save. I don't know if I want to put 1,000 or if I'm like setting myself up. Let's put 700 and then we'll see what we do. I think I get paid next week, so I'll probably do the 700 from that paycheck, and then the next paycheck that I would normally pay rent with, we'll see if we can do the remainder to get it to 1,000. For the 401k and HSA, I'm just going to copy over what's on the other list because it'll be around this price. All right, and that is the budget for March. I definitely, like I mentioned, I want to cook a lot more. I want to try and plan tonight after stream anyway, because I'm filming this on February 28th, as you can see in the bottom corner. My goal is to figure out some meals that I can freeze where you basically add the protein, any sauces, seasonings. Literally, you put everything in a freezer bag and you put it in your freezer, and then you take it out thaw and you throw it in the Instant Pot or the slow cooker. So I really want to try having at least 2 of those at a time in the freezer. I think if I can plan something out tonight after stream, I think that'll really, really help with cooking more, especially on nights where I just really don't feel like cooking, especially because I've been really tired of the food that I've been having. So if you have any recipes that you recommend, please feel free to leave them in the comment section below, because I'm always open to ideas. So that is it for the month of February, and then what we hope for the month of March. So thank you so much for watching this video. Be sure to give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and subscribe if you haven't already. I put out a new reset video at the beginning of every month, and we go over the previous month and then our goals and everything for the upcoming month. So hope you decide to subscribe so you can catch the next one. And I will also leave a link to the spreadsheet that I'm using. It's by another YouTube creator. Absolutely love it. And I'll link everything down below in case you want to get it as well. So thanks again for watching. Bye.